Yo, what's going on, guys? CultOfMush back at it with another video, and in this video I want to give you guys my first impressions of the Division beta. Now obviously I am playing the beta version of the game. This is by no means a full review of the game. I might do something like that when the game actually releases next month. But I've been playing this game quite a bit, and I've had mixed opinions on it, and I really want to give you guys my thoughts on the game. It's been a game that's been announced for nearly 3 years, and a lot of people have been really looking forward to it. And a lot of people have also been trashing the game. Maybe rightfully so, maybe not. I want to give you guys my thoughts on the game, so let's get right into this. So right off the bat, I want to say that I love the Division setting. I love the ravaged New York world where there's this virus that's supposedly killing people off, and it's just a world that's in peril and it needs somebody to save it. I love that type of setting. The setting and the ambiance of the game at first actually reminded me a lot of The Last of Us. I love that game on the PlayStation 3. And I really like when a world tries to make you feel like, yes, there is a lot of chaos in the world and you have to do something to make it better, or you just have to be in here to survive. I really enjoy that, and I think the Division was doing a great job of that at first. With things like the music, the art direction, you could just see people on the side walking by, and it just seemed like there was a lot of panic and a lot of chaos in the world of Division, and that was really cool to see, and I love worlds like that. But here's the difference with a game like The Division and with a game like The Last of Us. In The Last of Us, the gameplay is more slower paced and it really complements the world. In Last of Us, there are times where the resources matter. Yeah, I'm not trying to say The Last of Us is this crazy difficult game, it really isn't, but I felt in that game the resources mattered a lot more than The Division. Here's where I think The Division completely gets it wrong, and it almost has like an identity crisis. So when you boot this game up, you think, oh my god, this is a world that really needs saving. This is going to be a ravaged world that I'm going to go into, and there's going to be a lot of shit going on. I don't know if I'm going to come out alive. That should be the mindset of the main character in The Division. And then you start playing the game, and this is like one of the most generic shooters I've ever played. They give you so much ammo, you can just run and gun and shoot everything up. And I get it that it is hard for shooters to innovate, but the problem with The Division isn't the fact that it isn't innovating. It's the fact that the gameplay does not complement the world at all. Instead of what it should have been, in my opinion, a slower paced, methodical game where you really have to plan out every movement and every precise action that you do in the game, and where you have to really talk and communicate with your teammates and figure out how to get from point A to point B. Instead, it's more of just a free-for-all, let's just go do the objective, boom, 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 I'm done. And I remember watching the reveal of The Division back in 2013, and this isn't the game I thought it was gonna be. I don't think anybody thought this was the game it was gonna be. Instead of you playing more slow, methodically, and having these predatorial-like instincts, it's just like so many other shooters, which just boggles my mind because they have created such a great world, such a great atmosphere with the music, the art direction, the scenery. The voice acting could be a bit better, but I'm not really gonna harp on that too much since this is primarily a multiplayer game, and I'm sure voice acting wasn't something that they completely tried to get perfect. But I digress. The game gets so many things right atmospherically, and then when you play the game, it's just a far cry from what you thought it was gonna be. And don't get me wrong, this doesn't make The Division a terrible game, but it makes it a game that I wasn't expecting to play. And I think that's been the problem with The Division since its announcement. Expectations have been one thing, and then the end result was a completely different thing. The same thing happened with the game's graphics. There was an obvious downgrade. But these days, I don't care about graphics as much as I did in the past. So as long as I was gonna get that slow, methodical, predatorial like gameplay, I was gonna be fine. I would have enjoyed this game, and don't get me wrong, I still do kind of like this game, but it's just so much different than what I was expecting it to be, and that's so sad. And like I said, for me to say something positive about Ubisoft, they had to have done something right. And I'm a big fan of The Division's world, but this gameplay just mixes so bad with the world and just leads to the game having a complete identity crisis. Everything else you've probably heard a million times before. Yeah, the looting's pretty good. The fact that there's no trading kind of sucks. The PvP Dark Zones mode is a really good portion of the game. I think that's a part of the game where it is a bit more slower paced and it is a bit more methodical, but I'm not really a big fan of PvP, so I didn't play that too much. But I think the gameplay from an objective standpoint, it's fine, it's decent. But what the gameplay should have been in The Division, I'm gonna be flat out honest with you, I think it's pretty bad, and I think that's one reason I'm just not gonna enjoy this game as much as I could have. And at this point, as I'm playing The Division, it's more of a distraction. It's not a game that I'm really gonna get super invested into, and I think that's a big lost opportunity by Ubisoft. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Yes, in this video, I primarily covered the gameplay, but that's, in my opinion, the biggest issue with this game. But am I off base? Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you enjoying the gameplay? Is it something that you like? Personally, I just think it goes horribly with the game, but maybe I am wrong. Maybe I'm off base. Maybe the majority of you guys do think it's really good. Let me know in the comment section down down below. If you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike, hit the dislike button. And as always, comment your requests for future videos, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.